read a textbook?
Everyone's got a different way of doing it. We've had about 5 different answers.
The same way you swallow an elephant, one bite at a time, right? One piece at a time. Because a text has all kinds of things. You're totally editing that. Cut that right out.
That's going in the very
That's
beginning.
awesome.
That's the best stuff we got all day.
Yeah.
Textbooks are about 40% fact and about 60% filler. But it's all about figuring out what's important, focusing on that, and filtering out the stuff that isn't necessary. A good teacher will show them how to do that.
Read it before you go to class. And I definitely learned that in my graduate studies. Do your readings that are needed for a class before the class. Don't do it after class, because it will make the class much more meaningful and your learning will be much more powerful.
Typically in the beginning of a textbook they have chapter objectives. So these are the 7 things you need to know, or you should know by the end of this chapter.
When you're going to read a textbook, the key is to be kinesthetically connected to it. So physically take notes while you're doing it, and then once you've done taking your notes, probably not look at the text again. Instead, use your notes as your guide as opposed to the text.
I don't think you're going to ever read a complete textbook from cover to cover, but definitely to keep up with your readings. And if there isn't something you understand, go and find out find out supporting documentation to help you.
I actually jump all over the page. I start at the end and then go to the top. If you want the teacher's answer, it's to highlight the topic sentences. Read the thesis, highlight the topic sentences, and then reread it.
You can't skim it and you can't read it once. You need to approach it several times.
You know, I think you have to turn off everything around you and crack it open and spend some time in it. So turn off the phone, close the laptop, because you have to really be present to read. And I think you have a million things going on. The television's on, you're on your phone, you're texting someone, and you're reading your textbook. You have to really immerse yourself.
By making notes as you go. You're always going to understand things better when they're in your own words. So just have a pen and a pad beside you as you're going through, and pull out those key points, pull out those things that you'll remember. And textbooks some are great at that. Some really try to accentuate those points that matter, or the points that you should keep with you. Others are not, and so it's up to you to kind of comb through and summarize as best you can.
In the cafeteria, because or in a noisy spot, because it forces you to focus. And so you got to try and block everything out and focus on it. And I think if you're focused on it, then you'll get more out of it.
Make sure that when you're reading something, you're asking yourself questions about what does that mean to me? What does that mean in terms of what I'm studying right now? How can I rephrase this in my own words?
The best way to read a textbook is from start to end. Pardon?